Hi Lana, hello and welcome once again to Lana's Coach. So today we are going to basically see how to install some of the essential MySQL products, right? So if you want to start developing your database, I'll highly recommend that at least you have your MySQL installed properly within your PC or any other device that you're using. So we are going to basically install three essential products. That is the MySQL Workbench, right? Of course, we're going to install the MySQL Server, and we're going also to install the MySQL shell. Shell is basically the command line interface that you're going to use to actually place your various SQL statements, right? So as you can see, I'm already within the official website of MySQL, mysql.com. So kindly check within the description so that you go to this particular website, right? So from this particular website, all you need to do is to click on the downloads, right, link here. Proceed to the downloads. Then you scroll a little bit down. There are a lot of stuff here. But most importantly, since you are installing these on Windows platform, so we are going to check on the version that's going to be compatible with our operating system. So click on MySQL community link here, just click on that, right? Remember, MySQL is very free, so it's an open source software. So here we want to specifically go to MySQL installer for Windows, right? Otherwise you can also install other options that you want, but you'll go to installer for Windows. So you click on that. Sorry. So once you're here, there are two options that you can always install. We have the 32-bit. Of course, they support both the 32-bit and the 64-bit, right? But as you can see, also the size here is different. We'll go with the second one, right? The one that is around 448 megabytes, right? So this is what we're going to install. So you just proceed and click on the download link, right? Then you'll be taken to this other page. Now here you'll be required to sign up or log in if you have an account, but we just need to download. So just click on the no thanks and just start my download, right? So there you go. So you can see at the bottom left here, it is actually downloading, which is a very good thing, right? So you need to give it some time for it to be able to download. So I'll pause this particular video. Then after it has finished downloading, I'll proceed. As you can see, it's around 448 MB, right? So there we go. You can see it has already finished downloading. Here it is on my desktop. So I'll just proceed and launch it. So you just give it time to prepare installation so that we can install the various products that I'd mentioned. So it's going to take a few minutes, so you have to be very patient. So as I'd mentioned, you have to be very, very patient. As you can see, it is still installing, right? So you have to give it time. So there you go. So the first screen here is for the MySQL installer. Yeah, so it's going to show you the step-by-step process, or actually the steps that are necessary for you to be able to install MySQL. So there are options here in the first place. So you can decide to use the developer by default option, a server option, client only option, a full option, or custom. Now since we had agreed that we're going to install the three products, so I'll go with the custom option, then you click next, right? So as you can see, I'll identify the various essential components. Like I'll start with the MySQL Server, so just click on this, then you add it to the right side, right? Just to ensure you select this and then add it. You come to the applications. Of course, you need the MySQL Workbench as you had indicated, right? So remember, this is version 8.030, 64-bit. You add the Workbench. We also need the MySQL shell. Remember, we mentioned that. it's good for a command line interface, we add that, right? Now, those are the essential products that we'll need to use, but of course we'll also need to add additional options, like for example, if just let me minimize, if you come to, you'll require the C++ redistribution option, but the good thing is that automatically it normally install itself if it finds that it's not there. Now on the right side, these are the critical or the essential products that we want. So after selecting them, we just proceed and click on the next option. So in the next window, you'll be required to maybe ensure that all these particular products are installed, right? As you can see, they are ready to install. So there are 3 of them. So you need just to proceed and click on the execute, right? So as you can see, they are installing. It should take a very few minutes. As you can see, the progress is going very, very fast, right? Fantastic. So there we go. Everything has been installed. So we have server completed, Workbench complete, and also shell complete. So the next thing is actually to proceed to the next step. Just click on the next option, right? So the next step is actually to configure the product itself, that is the MySQL Server. So as you can see, it's ready for configuration. You click on next, right? So just leave these options as they are. Just ensure that the TCP/IP connectivity is selected, the port remains the same, right? So ideally just leave everything the way it is as for now, then you just click next, right? So we are told I use strong password authentication, which is recommended. So just proceed and click next. The next window, we are required to set the root password. Remember, this is now the main admin password that are going to be using. So root password is here. Here is very, very important. So I kindly provide a strong password, but for demonstration purposes, I'll just use any password. So let me just provide my root password, right? So there you go. It's they're telling me it's weak, so let me just change very, very fast, right? So you need to ensure that your database is very secure. Okay, at least media. And then also you can add other users. Yeah, just click on the add user, and then you can configure additional users and give them different roles, right? We have different roles here that you can always assign to the users who are going to participate in actually creating different databases. Now, so far we just require the root. So I'll just proceed. Just click on next, right? As you can see, we have the service name, the standard system account, right? So this one, just leave it the way it is, then you click on next, right? So there are a lot of application configuration that is going to be executed here. You can see it's going to write configuration file, it's going to update the Windows firewall, right? Adjust Windows service. So all these will be done automatically. So you just need to click on execute, and you wait for them to update very, very fast. It won't take a lot of time, right? So ideally, you can see the step-by-step process that you have followed. So you need to ensure that you download the appropriate MySQL installer the way you have done, right? The installation process, as you can see, it doesn't really take a lot of time, but yes, there are areas where you'll need to ideally wait. As you can see, we are waiting for this, right? And then it's going to start the server, and then apply security settings, then update the main start menu, and I think we'll be done after this. Yeah, so give it time. So after giving it some time, you can see it has already finished all the configuration steps. So you can see at the bottom here, you're told the configuration for MySQL Server 8.030 was successful. Then you just click on finish, right? We are told, are you sure you want to? No, we don't want to cancel, right? So we proceed to the next option. Installation has been configured, it has been done successfully, and there you go. Just click on finish. So you'll see all the workbench and the shell is going to initialize automatically after you have clicked on finish, which is a good thing. You can just leave them like that. So you can say it's preparing the shell. So this is a window that you'll be using to execute your various MySQL commands. And of course, we have the workbench, which is also a good graphical user interface that can be able to use. Now, as we wait for this to initialize, I want us to do two quick configurations just to set up our MySQL behind the scene. So kindly, let's proceed to the, let's go to the, you can see now it's ready for you to start using it. But I want us to use, to do one final thing here, so that at least we are not running at a risk. So we proceed to the profile, program profiles. So I want us to do, so just go to MySQL and you click on this MySQL Server, the bin, right? So kindly, because you want to execute from this particular, you'll be executing from this particular directory or other path. So just copy this, right? After you've copied it, we want to ensure that it appears within the execution, or what we refer to as the environment variables. So again, you come here, let's just search for environment variables, right? Or edit the system variables, click on open, so that at least we define the path, right? So from this particular window, you can also proceed and click on the environment variables, right? So here we want to change the system variables. So here you just scroll down where we have the path, right? So you select that, double click, or you can select new, then you select the new option. Whatever we copied, remember, under the bin, just paste it there, right? Then that is okay. So we should be able to initialize using the CMD option, right? Then you click OK, then OK. So the next thing is just to launch the CMD, see whether we can also execute or create our, just click on open first, see whether we can initialize our MySQL from this particular place. So just type MySQL, right? Some space and then 2 hyphens. Let's see whether it has been installed successfully. Hoping so. Perfect. So you can see we have successfully installed our MySQL, right? Which is a good thing. So that means our MySQL is installed. The other thing, maybe we can set up or check whether we can be able to access the various databases that are there. Of course, you have not created any database. So I'll close this and also open it again. This time I'll run as an admin, right? I'll just click on run as admin, just to open it up, right? So yes, right. Okay, I hope it's the one. Open. Okay, here we are. Okay, this is not the admin one, is here. So Again, we are going to just type MySQL just to check whether we can log in with the username, the root, remember. Then you'll have the password, so that is how we can access. So just type that and enter the password that you gave it during installation. So that is it, and then good. Also, we can actually launch our MySQL using the command prompt. I prefer using both. You can use this shell from the MySQL itself, right? Or still you can run it from the CMD. So from here, let's see whether there are some databases that are already. I know there are those default databases that you can always get. Fantastic. And there we are. So ladies and gentlemen, we have gone through the step of installing the 3 essential products of MySQL. So right now is just to proceed and create our various databases and play around with the various MySQL statements. So in our next lesson, or rather video, we'll see how to use this particular MySQL to create the various databases. All right, thanks.